Alpough Show, the human spirit experiment, starts now. Riddle me this, riddle me that. Do you feel like a rat? Do you feel like you're in a maze? Maybe it's time to get your spirit raised, your spirit strong. The Alpough Show, the human spirit experiment. It won't take long. Hey, welcome to Alpough, the human spirit experiment. Every day in every way, something's always going on. Thank you so very much for being here. My late night audience, the people who are coming in now, coming in a little bit later. Excited experience with different times. See what people are out there. Who's out there? You out there? Come on in. Think about it. We got a lot to talk about here tonight. Before we do, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to subscribe to my channel, and I need you to press that bell. Press that bell to get notifications that I'm coming in, because YouTube just doesn't like these kind of channels, and I so appreciate if you do that for me. So here we're going to take a little time to slow down until we speed up, and then we're going to figure out which way to go. I hope you enjoyed yesterday. We had Haru on, where we're talking about chakras, and tonight we're going to be talking about dry fasting. And why don't we get going? Okay. Dry fasting for healing everlasting. Dry fasting for healing everlasting. Once you discover what dry fasting is, I'm going to go over it a little bit. A lot of you haven't. I was just talking to some friends today. They never even heard of dry fasting. It's similar to water fasting, only there is no water. Anyway, so this is the 240th show of Alpough. Thanks for everybody who's watched. We're almost at, I think we're about 4,000 subscribers. So please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. Dry fasting. Dry fasting. That in itself is its own term, but it is an old practice. It's a practice that's been around for probably thousands of years. No kidding. So in all the religions, Christianity, they have Lent. They have Advent. Part of that is dry fasting. This is way back. Judaism, Yom Kippur, people fasted 24 hours. Of course, Islam, Ramadan, they did fasting there also. Also, Mormonism. As far as I know, they do one Sunday a month where they're fasting, some kind of fasting. But what we're going to talk about is dry fasting. So why dry fast and not water fast? Well, there's a good reason for that. Because dry fasting does a little bit differently. It does something what's called autophagy. Autophagy. Sorry. This is my third day of dry fasting. So autophagy is one of those things that it's hard to pronounce or remember. Okay, autophagy. Consumption of the body's own tissue as a metabolic process occurring in starvation and certain diseases. Now, I want to go to an article. Okay, let me set this up here. Okay, where's here we go. What is this? What is autophagy? Autophagy is the body's way of cleaning out damaged cells in order to regenerate newer, healthier cells. And auto means self, and phagy means eat. So the little meanings of autophagy is self-eating. It's also referred to as self-devouring. While that may sound like something you never want to happen to your body, it's actually beneficial to your overall health. And this is because autophagy is an evolutionary self-preservation mechanism through which the body can remove the dysfunctional cells and recycle parts of them towards cellular repair and cleaning, according to cardiologist Dr. Louise Petre. Now, Petre explains the the purpose of the autophagy is to remove debris and self-regulate back to optimal smooth function. It is recycling and cleaning at the same time, just like hitting a reset button to your body. Plus, it promotes survival and adaptation as a response to for as a adaptation as a response to various stressors and toxins accumulated in our cells. So, what is the benefit of it? Well, the benefits of autophagy seems to come in the form of anti-aging principles. In fact, Petra says it's best known as the body's way of turning the clock back and creating younger cells. Corona also points out that our cells are stressed, that when our cells are stressed, autophagy is increased in order to protect us, which helps enhance our lifespan. Additionally, registered Scott Keatley says that in times of starvation, autophagy keeps the body going by breaking down cellular material when we're using it for necessary processes. Of course, this takes energy and cannot continue forever, but it gives us more time to find nourishment. Now, at the cellular level, Petra says the benefits of autophagy include removing toxic proteins from the cells that are attributed to neurodegenerative diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. Also, recycling residual proteins, providing energy and building blocks for cells that could still benefit from repair. And on a larger scale, it prompts regeneration and healthy cells. Autophagy is receiving a lot of attention for the role it may play in preventing or treatment of cancer, too. Autophagy declines as we age, so this means cells that no longer work or may do harm are allowed to multiply is the ammo of cancer cells. So that's what we got to get rid of beforehand. So now, while all cancers start from the sort of a defective cells, Petra says that the body should recognize and remove those cells, often using autophagic processes. That's why some researchers are looking at the possibility that autophagy may lower the risk. Now, while there's no scientific evidence, it suggests that many cancer cells can be removed through autophagy. That's why we can't say it cures it in any way. Okay, this is just for information purposes only. This is how the body polices the cancer villains, recognizing and destroying what went wrong and triggering the repair mechanism does contribute to lowering the risk. So what we're looking for always here is a way to improve our body. So now, if you're going to start a dry fast, let's go into that. But let's first of all talk about the people who shouldn't go into it. Okay, so who shouldn't try dry fast? Well, number one, if you have an eating disorder, you do not want to do this. Okay. If you're pregnant or you just had a baby, don't do it. Young children should not do this. If you're diabetic, you shouldn't do it without consulting your diet. Certain medications may apply on that. Again, you should see your doctor. And if you're severely underweight, you shouldn't do it. So at the end of the day, please consult your doctor. Okay. Now, how do we build up to a dry fast? Okay. So here I am. I'm in my completing my third day. I've done um, 5.5, I think was the most I've ever done. I've done a number of 3 and 4 day dry fasts. So preparing for a dry fast is similar to preparing for a water fast, only you do to prepare for a dry fast, you do a water fast. So doing a water fast 3 to 5 days will give you um, the proper preparation, okay, to doing a dry fast. Now, so then after you do the water fast for 3 to 5 days, then you start off on what's like a 12 hour. So when you get up, you don't drink anything um, at all. Okay, for 12 hours. Then maybe the next day you do 16 hours. And then the next day you can do 24. And then you can do, really, then you can start your dry fast. But I do, if you've never done it, and even if you haven't done a water fast, then you should definitely check with your doctor. It's good to check with it anyway. But let me just say what the benefits are after you finish your dry fast. And I think that this is my testimony and my testimony alone. Um, not too many people do P90X and not too many people dry fast that I know. So I'm pretty radical out there. I am on the spiritual path, and it is part of spirit, by the way, is taking away the desire from the physical to raise your spiritual, your vibration, to expand your spirit, to give you confidence that you can be in control of your body. Um, so um, now I'll just say this: that a dry fast. I've done a 28-day water fast, and I've done 14 days, 21 days water fast. Okay. Um, I've done them where they've done them well, and I've done them, a couple of them I did bad. And coming off of them is really, really important. Okay. You have to take it real slow when you come off, because if you're doing this to lose weight, get healthier, then you can gain the weight right back. So you have to really be careful. All right. Um, it's very important. So you know, I'm going to just do a water fast because I'm going to tell you about a dry fast. I'm sorry, because there's so much more information about a water fast, but it is really good. But to me, um, what you can get in a 30-day water fast, you can do in a 10-day dry fast. Now, there's ways to, when you're doing it, okay? So you don't have to just not drink water, right? So there's a window. There's a window in dry fasting that you have, and it's a 30-minute to an hour window, okay? And that's where you can drink about 32 ounces of water. Now, one of the things that you have to be careful about, you're like, for example, here's a young coconut. This coconut, a couple of these probably give about 32 ounces, which is a liter. And so you can drink a liter of water in between. You can only do it all at once. Okay. So you can't go on. There's a lot of people that go on and on and on and on and on. And just, especially people that are really overweight. Now, I've heard and seen for myself many testimonies of people who have lost 50 pounds in a month easily, have lost a couple of pounds in 6 months. Okay, by doing this process, because your body in autophagy is burning off everything that their body doesn't need and turning it into energy. Um, you know, take your thirst, giving you the water that you need because it's already in your body. Okay, so the most important thing is your attitude about it. Okay, if you're gonna go in, with a negative attitude that you're not gonna be able to handle it, then it's just not gonna work. Okay, you have to have some confidence about it. That's why the water fast really does help you. But also suggest that you're not working, that you take some time um, just for yourself. Okay, for anybody who's just coming in, we're talking about dry fasting. We're talking about the reason why people dry fast, also the preparation for cleaning the body, which is what dry fasting is about. Anywhere from 1 day to as long as you can handle it. The body will always usually let you know. But if you're looking to lose some weight, if you're feeling kind of lag, you've been eating bad, you just want to get back on the path. One of the things you need to do is just get the crap out of your body. Okay. And that's what dry fasting does. Dry fasting does, okay, so for every 3 days that you water fast, you only need 1 day of dry fasting. So just think about it. 1 day of dry fasting is like 3 days of water fasting. You lose weight fairly quickly. I've lost 20 pounds in a week. Now, it depends on how you break it, but usually you got to split it in half, kind of, right? So if you lose 20 pounds, you've lost pretty much 10 permanent pounds. Okay, if that makes sense. Some, gain, lose more, keep more off. It just depends. Okay. Um, one of the suggestions is to just do a little walking. Make sure you get your vitamin D when you're out there. But the most important thing is you do it. Okay, you do it. You take 1 day and you do it for yourself, and you won't believe the actual feeling of, okay, the best part of a dry fast is coming off of the dry fast. Okay. Now, if you come off a water fast, a water fast, it just takes it out of you. It takes it out of you with a dry fast. It just depends on you. But when you come off that dry fast and your body turns back on because it's gotten rid of all these toxins and everything out of your body, you literally feel 10 years younger. You have more energy. And while with a water fast, it sometimes takes days to get back. With a dry fast, you are back on. It is literally life changing. It literally makes you feel great. Now I've done at least 10 of these, okay? And every single time, the longer you do it, when you come off, the better it is. And so now my whole thing here, just to let you know, give you an idea of me. So I just finished my 13 weeks of P90X, all right, last Sunday. And now I'm doing my dry fast to just get all the toxins out of my body, to lose another 10 pounds. And then I'm going back to my second round of P90X. So it's really good if you're planning an exercising, routine. If you just, you need to lose some weight for your wedding, if all of a sudden you're going ready to go, you 3 or 4 days of dry fast is going to could knock 5 or 10 pounds off. And so, but the main thing is you're doing exercise to go with it. That's the most important thing. And you are only as good as your health. Okay. Now, if you're any age and if you've had any kind of injury, you know that you're only as good as your health. You're not going to be able to do hardly anything without having good health. And if you're in good shape, like, I'm in pretty good shape for my age and everything. Um, and so it's easier to do a dry fast when you're in shape, but it's easier to do anything when you're in shape, right? So, this is being a little bit, you want to call it radical, but listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have to figure out a way because we're in a radical world, not like any place we've ever seen. And it's up to each one of us as an individual. We're the ones who have to make that decision on how we're going to handle our health. Now, I can tell you a day of dry fasting is a day that keeps you away from the doctor because you're the one getting out the bad stuff out of your body. So I want to thank you all for being here tonight, listening to me for a little bit here. I hope this helped you in any way, shape, or form. Please, again, I need you to press that button on subscribe for me, please. And I want to thank you so much. As we're all practicing to get our head out of the sand, you know what I'm saying? But, the main thing is we're not going to lie to ourselves. All right? Because the earth is in a funny place. And the last thing we want to do is be a bird brain and not figure it out. So thank you so much for being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Wow, here we are Thursday already. And I'll be on my 4th day of my dry fast. Yeah. May you be blessed. May you be blessed in mother's love, and we all be blessed with health and also wealth. Until next time, Alpough Show, the Human Spirit Experiment. This is going to give you an answer on how to get that spirit out too, by the way, because this is a spiritual path. Blessings.